This is Thames from London. We now hand over to Sandy Gall at ITN for the news at 10.
Mortgages up again to 13.5% and more. The two French girls held hostage in the Middle East fly home. Mr. Bush promises to seek out and punish the Pan Am bombers. And the winner that gave his trainer a century in record time. Good evening. Two of Britain's biggest mortgage lenders, the Woolwich and the NatWest, are putting up the cost of mortgages again. The other banks and building societies are expected to follow. For Woolwich borrowers, the new rate will be 13.5%, for the NatWest's 13.75%. Since mortgages were at their lowest point in May, repayments on a £30,000 endowment mortgage have now gone up by £70 a month, on a repayment mortgage by £57, on a £60,000 endowment mortgage by £160, and on a repayment mortgage by £140 a month.
A rise in the mortgage rate had been expected since the government increased the interest rates after the worst ever set of trade figures in November. But the full 1% rise still came as a shock to homeowners.
It may be the natural evolution of the Chancellor's strategy. It's certainly been inevitable for some time, but it's no less unwelcome for that. And of course, it's going to wreck many thousands of family budgets, as well as, of course, putting up the very rate of inflation that the Chancellor is trying to damp down through putting up interest rates.
Well, they certainly are very big rises, and I think a great deal will turn upon whether or not there are further rises to come. But quite clearly, the Chancellor has in mind rises which will be big enough that the more money that's spent in paying for the mortgage will mean there's less money to spend on other things, and that's what he's trying to secure.
The effect on an average family of a working